First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, set, AT Gator. Hey, echo.
51, Mike 51.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Jacobson. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
61, matchbox light.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
C6.
Mike 54. Mike 54. God knows, lady. Hey, one set.
Yes.
Mike 54. Let him know.
Bring it up.
Looking to throw on second down. Jacobson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards, first down Niners.
And a 49er first down.
Ready.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And some room to work. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to throw. Jacobson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Right there. 54 Mike. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Mike 54.
Hey, Charlie.
Get that.
Hey.
54 is Mike.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had to catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
A 46-yard attempt.
And Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide right for Gold, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
He's checking crap. Easy. Go get him. Here we go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, here we go. Check.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready, black 22.
54 Mike.
Flip it.
Mike 5-4.
Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready, black 22.
Here we go.
Check, come on. Sunday.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Go ahead.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get ready. Blue ready. Green, everything. Let me go.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Oh, what a move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check curls.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
White.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
No. Recon, 132 fighter.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jacobson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
We're scoreless after 1.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, Delta. Ready.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Jacobson's pass completed to James Ollie. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Oregon.
54. Mike 54. Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Go.
Go. Mike 50. Go.
Back to throw. Jacobson. Goodwin able to haul it in. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jacobson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Flip it.
They'll run it with Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
Winston now. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Their 48-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Bound to lose one.
Jameis to throw it. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Undercrush. White. Green, triple team.
To throw, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. They go back to the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Niners take over. Let's go, boys, bring it up! At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
March 49. March 49. Here we go.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jacobson. And Wilson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First down, 49ers.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jacobson on the screen. This is Coleman. And that one results in 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Push him back.
They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Follow.
54, check, watch 54, watch 54.
On play action, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. On the draw play, Coleman. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got one.
Wait.
54's Mike, go.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
54 Mike.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to go.
Now Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Coleman. Oh, spinning away. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Niners 17, Buccaneers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
All you get is a head. All you get is a head. That's it.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 56.
Throwing on second down. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Ready? Blue lady.
Mike's 56. Defense wins championships, baby.
First down, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Cut.
Green, triple team.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Switch. Let's go.
Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
All day, baby, all day, all day, baby, all day. Follow.
Play action now, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
Yo.
To the air again with Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? Move ready.
56, right there, 56.
Who that? Who that? Check the hot read. Check. Crunch. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Check nickel.
Green, triple T. Orbit.
Play fake. Winston. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Winston, and he whips that one incomplete there. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play. Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Coleman now. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? And 2 stop. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 5.
On 3rd and 2, Jacobson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Go.
Quit talking about it.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Flip. 36.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 52.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch the run.
Switch.
They'll go again to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bucs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wait. Come. He's coming.
Now Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Heavy on the edges.
Watch out.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on.
From the 39, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get him for a loss of about 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On third down, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Wait. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's go.
Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Get your swerve on.
Working out of the gun, Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On 3rd down, Jacobson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
All these years we've been watching the game, starting to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher. To simulate game situations, doesn't always work out, though.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6.
Looking to throw. Jacobson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later. but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
He don't know no better. 30. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Switch up. Mike 56. Mike 56. Night, sweetheart.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 46 yards.
That's good for the Buccaneers. First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready? 25. 54 Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Slam.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Niners' 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Not today, you are. Not today. Five on the 50. Check 56. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
On third down, Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I don't think you got it, son. Back. 3-17. Switch. 25.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Nice stuff, everybody.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Winston toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.